The sound of silence in a war zone can become terrifying. The time between bullets blasting out the barrels of guns can leave you vulnerable. The stillness before an explosion can consume you in fear more than the fire-filled breath of the blast will ever scorch you. When soldiers are unable to hear their enemies, I wonder what they're thinking when their actions no longer decide their survival. Do they ever find themselves caught in emotional crossfire? Do they ever question why they are fighting? Do they ever wonder who they could be hurting? What happens when a war zone moves to the home front? When barricades transform themselves into doorways and trenches disguise themselves as walls and hallways. Wars were never meant to be waged on such contorted battlefields. Welcome to my home. It's recommended that you put on a bulletproof vest before you step inside, but do not expect to be hit by lead-filled capsules projected by mechanical weaponry. There are no casualties to be calculated in this war, no risk of fatality, rather carefully stocked and loaded stacks of vocabulary, bullets propelled by the built-up stress of a broken relationships. Tongues replace triggers, making mouths have burst rates you've never heard. Such vicious ammo leave the lips of supposed lifelong partners, but the explosiveness of my household can only be expected when my parents' wedding rings were replaced with grenade pins. My home is a city under siege, and I am an innocent civilian casualty waiting to happen. And when silence creeps in like morning fog, kissing desolate battlefields, I find refuge in my bedroom. I barricade the door in hopes to muffle out the sounds of the firefights outside, where the air is splintered by the bullets that bleed secrets of a soldier's true intentions. Like my father, living in a world of repetition and cycles, trying to regain the years he's lost by firing blindly out of confusion and fear. My mother, forever forgiving, forever longing to change, to leave this reality, firing false phrases into the distance to accept the life she has been confined to. But bullets only stop flying until the opposing side can no longer retaliate, until silence shatters the souls of the unvictorious and tear gas starts running out the eyes like retreating soldiers down the faces of broken battlefields. Sometimes I come out from my bedroom barricade. I walk towards war zones where my soul is met by barbed wire reminders of emotional battle scars. I white flag meander across front lines in hopes to be seen as some kind of peace offering, a white dove trying to find blue skies in a storm of firefights. But ceasefires don't seem to last in my family, and I'm afraid that peace treaties will only come in the form of divorce papers, and I'm not ready for some foreign theater, some different zip code. This war is long, but it will not break me. These battles are frightening, but they will not faze me. I have 2 years before I leave home, and most of all, I just want my family back.